welcome back to the channel, Paradise in Paraguay, where this is our paradise. Okay.
What up, though, everybody?
Yes. So as you can see, we are out in some beautiful nature. Well, we're always out in beautiful nature, but this place in particular is a hotel resort hotel, or whatever. And it's called Los Lagos Resort Hotel. And we are here in celebration of my birthday. I just had a birthday a couple days ago. This is the last day of our stay here for my birthday.
Thus the pink wristbands.
Right, that's why we have wristbands on.
Yep.
So yeah, so we were like, you know, why don't we use this as an opportunity to bring forth you guys a great video. So hit that like button while you're here, hit that subscribe button. You know, don't be stingy, hit the like button now and the subscribe button, okay? Show us some love.
Yep.
But yeah, it's really hot out here. That's why I keep wiping my face. So you're gonna see me do that throughout the video. It's okay though. We're okay. You okay?
I'm good.
We're okay.
We got some water, so yeah, we'll be all right.
How hot is it? You know, they want to know.
I think it's 90 something, probably 97, 98.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I know we're a little crazy, but we're not that crazy, okay? We love our channel. We love you guys, so we're here. And our kids are okay. They are in some air conditioning right now. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
So yeah, so today's video, we actually wanted to talk about a specific topic. So let's get into it. Let's talk about what was the main thing that sparked our move out of the United States and into Paraguay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, when it comes to moving out of a country, you have a lot of things that you got to consider, a lot of things that can affect your decision to even want to move. For us, the very first thing was thinking about raising our family.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially our children specifically.
Yeah.
We were married for 3 years without having kids, just so we could enjoy marriage without kids for a while.
Right.
And we were good. You know, we're adults. We are fully established. You know, anchored well in the Lord and everything.
Yeah.
Financially
anchored.
Everything was good. But soon as we had our first child, our 9-year-old son,
we started rethinking life.
Yeah.
You know, for everybody that's a parent out there, I'm sure you have similar sentiments, similar thoughts. You start thinking about, you know, okay, what's life going to be like? For you start thinking about yourself, but of course your children. Like, what's life going to be like for me and my spouse? Hopefully you have a spouse if you're having children. But you're like, what's life going to be like for the whole unit, you know, but especially the children.
Mm-hmm.
How do I want to raise them? What do I want them exposed to? What don't I want them exposed to? You know, how are the schools going to be around wherever I'm going to have my child at?
Yeah.
You know, like you just start thinking about the entire, just every aspect of life.
Yeah.
Ooh, see the sun, y'all? It's moving. Now it's on my face. When we first started, it wasn't like that, but we're gonna keep going, okay?
Yep.
So we had those thoughts like most parents do, but of course, most people don't move out of the country to to shield their children from certain things, although a lot of people probably would like to. But for us, that became the decision that we wanted to make.
Yes.
And so we did it. So let's talk about that. Start to talk about like your first, you know, thoughts on that when we had our son. Because the initial thought did come from him. This was not my idea. If you haven't seen our Why We Left the U.S. videos, part 1 and part 2, where we talked about this, I just wanted to reiterate that the initial idea actually came from my husband.
All right, so as we stated already, it really wasn't something we were even really thinking about seriously.
Right, not at first.
Until we actually, literally, until the night early morning that our son was born. That's when the idea popped in my head. We had been considering, you know, since we had traveled extensively internationally before we had children, we had been thinking, oh, one day in the future when we're retired, you know, like a lot of Americans think, oh yeah, I want to be in paradise when I retire.
Paradise.
But as soon as that early morning when our son was there and I'm looking at him in his face, you know, we're going through the whole rigmarole, having them eat every 2 hours and stuff like that. If you've had kids and gave birth and all, you know how that goes. But anyway, we're going through this whole process in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I have this epiphany, like, we have to get out of here. I can't raise my son here, and we wanted more children after that. It's like, I can't grow my family here. Before we had our first kid, we had already decided we wanted to homeschool them, and it's not because it was curriculum, but that wasn't the main thing.
Not the main thing.
The main thing was thinking about were basically behavioral issues, and not of our kids. Our kid was just born. There was no behavioral issues of their peers.
We were just trying to think about the future.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, most of the dumb or bad things I might have done was heavily influenced by trying to fit in, trying to gain the acceptance or approval of my peers.
Yeah, same. Me too. And I've seen my friends do the same thing.
Yeah.
Just trying to be cool, quote unquote.
And the thing is, the peers nowadays are way worse in regards to behavioral issues than the peers of back when we were children.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot less discipline nowadays, and there's a lot less unity amongst parents and teachers and all that stuff nowadays than there was back in the day.
Right.
So that was my main concern at the time.
Yeah.
Now, of course, back then, I don't think, but there could have been some No Child Left Behind and Common Core math and all that stuff.
To an extent, maybe,
but now,
not the way it is now.
It's a bit ridiculous because I'm not a kid in school, but I've seen kids in school showing what they're learning and stuff on YouTube and whatnot.
Oh my gosh. It's
how complicated
ridiculous.
they make simple things. It's like they're trying to make us dumb or something. I don't know. So they're not doing that here, and it's not like we were searching through the curriculums and everywhere we were trying to. It was like no, this is an American thing. This ain't happening nowhere else. And
right, but back to this you think it was trying to make people dumb, and unfortunately, I think they have succeeded quite a bit. Like if you really just sit and listen to some people speak and and watch, people out in real life and on the internet, you'll see a lot of similarities of like stupid stuff. You know? It's just a lot of weird things. It's like, dang it, is this coming from the schools? I think so. But like not necessarily.
They're trying to teach people to read with what is it? With look at recognizing the symbol, sight reading, not phonics. It's like so if you've never
talking about big words, because sight reading is okay for the small words.
No, for every word.
Oh.
And contextual reading, like
if there's I don't be looking into all
I was looking at different teachers' point of view. Like you got to use the context of the pictures. Okay. What if there's no pictures? And that's your foundation? Like so when you do graduate from picture books where there's no picures, you can't read?
Right? Like,
there's no context. Let me look at the cover.
I didn't see that. There's no picture for this word here. Mama, can you help me?
It's like, come on, like anybody that and I'm sorry if you're offended about, if you're a supporter of this method of teaching, but honestly, I think it's ridiculous. Come on, phonics is the way that been learning to read forever. Right. Why change it? Really, it's been changed because the consultants make money, teaching teachers how, in new workshops. That's what it really is. Yeah. The more you can change stuff around, the more revenue can be generated by introducing new things. But let's not get into that too much because that's not what my main thinking was 8 years ago. Yeah. My main thinking was, who's influencing my children? That's the main thing. That's the main thing.
And for the most part, it's, a lot of bad children. Yeah. And I don't want to call them bad because perhaps it's not all their fault. But yeah, I don't want to say that there are bad kids, but I kind of do because there's some bad kids out here. Okay, so I don't know. Sorry if you're offended by that. Maybe we'll just say they had a bad upbringing or they had bad parents because there is a such thing as bad parents, definitely.
And we know that it's difficult for a lot of parents because of this hamster wheel lifestyle we've basically developed into in the United States.
That's one factor.
Yeah, that's one. But there's a lot of
excuse it all away. Some people are just lazy. They don't want to raise their children right, and therefore they send children that are problems. Those little problems to school and expect the teachers to deal with it. They're terrorizing the teachers and they're terrorizing